Welcome back to Furbait. I'm your host, Lucario. My buddy Zora Aura couldn't be here today. He's busy hanging out with Blaziken. Today, I've got a bit of a different video because a couple people that have been watching these, and thank you for watching, by the way. I'm glad you're enjoying. A couple people that have been watching these have been saying something along the lines of, "Oh man, watching these videos kind of make me want to play the game. I'm not sure because it's expensive. It'd be a lot of cards to buy and stuff like that." So this video, I'm not going to actually be playing a game. I just have the game up as a backdrop, and there's a couple things that I'm going to show here. I am going to talk about how this could be not expensive and actually quite affordable if you are on the fence about getting into Pokemon cards in terms of like competitively and actually playing games. So before I get to the 3 tips that I have for you if you want to make Pokemon card playing a lot cheaper, is a question you have to ask yourself before going into this. Are you, alongside of playing Pokemon cards, are you wanting to collect Pokemon cards? If the answer to that question is yes, then my advice won't really work for you, because collecting in any trading card game is by default expensive. Pokemon is still way cheaper than most trading card games out there. It's cheaper than Yu-Gi-Oh! It's cheaper than Magic. It's cheaper than some of the more out there ones. Like I think there's a Dragon Ball trading card game that gets pretty ridiculous in terms of price. But no matter what, if you are trying to collect Pokemon cards, then yes, it is expensive. And I am sorry. But if you just want to play Pokemon cards and you don't care about collecting a bunch of different stuff, then I got 3 tips for you that are going to help you make things happen for yourself. Alright, so first tip, singles. A lot of people forget about this, and I was my own bad example of this in the past, where I ignored singles for quite some time and just kept buying packs. So singles is when you go into the aftermarket, just buy the cards you need rather than continuing to buy packs in hopes that you get what you need. That will save you tons of money if you go about it right. This tip specifically applies to if you are playing Pokemon cards in real life, since obviously buying singles won't help you with the Pokemon trading card game online. But say like the average, let's go over to our boy Zoroark GX that you guys have seen. The average Zoroark GX deck, very popular, at least in expanded format right now, will run you anywhere from like $110 to like max $150 if you own none of the cards in the deck and you're buying it from scratch. So that, compared to how many like packs and booster boxes you need to buy to get what in reality is only worth like $110 to $150, quite a difference. And you can put together, depending on your budget, a decent number of decks, and a lot of the trainer cards are staples in a large variety of decks. Like if you get your hands on 4 copies of Cynthia, you don't have to get the fancy ones. I'm just lucky that I got these. If you get your hands on 4 copies of Cynthia, which is only like $1, 4 copies of Cynthia are run in just about every deck out there, and then you don't need to buy them again. Easy as that. Now, you also might be saying, even that $100, a little much. If you do a little bit of searching around, you'd actually be surprised on how viable certain budget decks can be. Let's take a look at our boy. Did I remember it correctly? Yes, Whimsicott. Okay? When he plays Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may search your deck for a card and put it into your hand. There is an entire pretty good competitive deck based off of this Pokemon that costs roughly $15 total. 15. So for less than a $20 bill, you could get all the singles you need to put this deck together and be pretty decently competitive. The way this deck works is searching for a card is extra helpful for what you need here, because this deck revolves around fairy charms. There's a bunch of different fairy charms that basically prevent all damage done to your fairy Pokemon that this tool is attached to. And you're running like 2 copies of every single fairy charm, to where you just find the fairy charm you need for the deck you're going up against. And if they don't have a variety of Pokemon in their deck, or they don't have an answer, then they're just going to sit there and do 0 damage to you while you sit there and quietly laugh in your head. So that's just one example. There are other options out there. There is a Breloom deck. I don't remember it. There's a couple more cards in it than just like the fairy ones, but yeah, this one. This Breloom is also featured in a budget deck that I've seen before that runs for like $15, and yet you'll see it get play in tournaments and see it do fairly well in tournaments. So with just a little bit of research, if even that $100 mark is still too expensive, there is a way that you could get it down and have a good time in this game. Now, for the second tip, it focuses more on the trading card game online side. If you don't have people to play with, if you're looking to play with me or play with other friends who have it online, that is where tip number 2 comes in, which is aftermarket code cards. There are a bunch of people out there that either don't play the trading card game online, or there are businesses where literally all they do is they open up packs of Pokemon cards in bulk. They sell them with like random chance things, which are total ripoffs, don't get those. But the sales that they do that aren't a ripoff is they keep all the code cards and they sell them in bundles. And those digital code cards that you get from real packs to give you a digital pack in the game are way, way cheaper on their own than they are from getting the packs. So here is a little interesting math thing for you. The price varies a little bit depending on what code cards you're searching for, but the most I have ever seen a bundle of 50 code cards from a single set, so that's 50 packs of Pokemon cards just in digital form only, is $20. $20 for 50 packs in digital form. So let's say that all the code cards you found were at that max price that I've seen, $20. And you buy 5 of those. So you spend $100, you get a total of 250 packs. If you were buying all those code cards in real life by only buying real packs, that would cost you $700. You just saved yourself $600 if you're focusing on the trading card game online instead of buying all the real packs to get your digital code cards. There is a way to trade in the trading card game online. You can see I've got some trades that I'm trying to offer here. You can go to public offers and see what people want. So in doing digital stuff like that, you'll probably get a lot of extra cards that you can hopefully trade for the stuff you don't have. Yeah, there is a tip 2A to this, which is this is a great way that you can combine playing in real life and playing online. Whereas what I do, for example, I have dedicated a decent amount of budget to Pokemon cards now that I'm back into it. I buy like 1 or 2 booster boxes when a new set comes out so that I have a good collection of the real cards, because I'm also trying to collect a little bit. I'm on that more expensive side. Then instead of buying more packs, I will just buy singles for whatever the rest I need from a set, and then I will buy digital packs to expand my collection in the online trading card game, because sometimes trading can be hard in this game. I won't deny that. But that is another way to save a ton of money and get a ton of cards playing this game. So now we go to the last tip that I have, tip number 3, which is patience. The reason I talk about patience is let's take a look at the standard format. So in standard, once a year, old sets rotate out so that the standard format stays fresh. The competitive players are forced to change and adapt and keep on their toes with new decks and things like that. Sorry, I was just trying to rapid scroll to cards that you guys haven't seen yet. So, I lost my train of thought for a moment. So yeah, standard format rotates every year, but currently, in standard, there are 10 sets of Pokemon cards that are legal. If you tried to get into standard, like right now, today, and you wanted to get cards from all those sets, that would be ridiculously expensive. So patience is just a matter of don't backtrack too much on the Pokemon cards you've missed. More stuff will come out. It'll be plenty of fun. There does tend to be somewhat of a power creep. Pokemon's done a pretty good job of keeping the power creep from not going too fast, but there's definitely been power creep. So chances are the newer cards will be better cards, and after a few months, half a year or so of collecting, you'll be able to put an awesome deck together. And until then, you can use the other tips I said in order to save money, get some budget decks going now, and you're good to go. So yeah, if you're not interested at all in playing the trading card game, then you probably didn't watch the video this far in. But if you are on the fence about the Pokemon trading card game and prices, I hope this helps you come to a decision. I'm not trying to force people either way on playing Pokemon cards, not playing Pokemon cards, but I hope this either helped you say, oh man, I could totally play Pokemon cards, I've just been thinking about it wrong, or nah, that's still too expensive and I still don't want to do it, which is fair enough. So yeah, with that, I am going to end this video, and next time we'll be back with playing some more actual games. Have a good one.